Welcome back to AM Buffalo. So whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or other special occasions in the coming month, the joy of this time of year could be overshadowed by health hurdles.
That's exactly right. And this is a hard statistic, but it's true. In fact, research shows that more people die from heart attacks during the last week of December than any other time of year. The American Heart Association, the world's leading voluntary organization focused on heart and brain health for all, says being aware of this annual phenomenon and taking a few important heart-healthy steps may save lives. There is a very surprising statistic that we all should know about when it comes to our health, and that's why we have Dr. Mitch Elkin on the show this morning to talk about our hearts.
Thank you for having me and the Heart Association.
I don't think a lot of people realize this, but it is quite common for folks to have heart attacks around this time of year.
We see every year that during the winter months in general, with the cold weather, the rates of fatal cardiovascular events like heart attacks and cardiac arrest, which is when the heart stops beating altogether, big problem, that goes up during the winter months. But what we see is that during Christmas and New Year's specifically, on those couple of days and during that week, there's an additional 5% increase in the rate of these fatal events. And there are probably many different reasons for it, but we think one of the most important driving factors is that people are less likely to seek medical attention during the holidays and also to call 911 when there's an emergency because they don't want to let somebody down, they don't want to disturb a party or, the holidays, they don't want to bother the people in the hospital perhaps. And so we think that's one of the main reasons for it. And that's why it's really so important that people know what the symptoms, the signs and symptoms of a heart attack are so that they can take appropriate action and call 911. And why if somebody's having a cardiac arrest, if you see a family member or somebody on the street collapse completely, they are fully unresponsive and you can't get a pulse, for example, then it's time to do CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. And now we recommend hands-only CPR. You don't have to breathe into the mouth. You just press on the chest at a rate of about 60 times a minute, which is the rhythm for the song Stayin' Alive that many people may remember. And that people can learn how to do just by watching a video on our website at heart.org.
So you said it's very important to be aware what the signs and symptoms are so that you know if somebody's having a problem. Can you speak to that?
Sure. So probably the most common symptom of a heart attack that most people know about is chest pain. And it's often described as a pressing chest pain. It feels like somebody's sitting on the chest. That happens most commonly, but that's not the only one. People can also have pain in their arm, their neck, or even the jaw as a manifestation of a heart attack or a heart problem. There's also shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, and some people have more subtle symptoms like nausea or indigestion, breaking out in a cold sweat, or feeling lightheaded or dizzy. And in fact, those more subtle symptoms tend to occur more commonly in women than men. So it's important for women to know that they may not have that crushing chest pain, but have these other symptoms as well. And it's hard to know initially, is it a heart attack? Is it a panic attack? Is it, I ate something that didn't agree with me? But always better to check it out, go to the emergency room, get it checked out, and better safe than sorry, because if you miss it and it progresses, it could be a disaster. If it's a symptom that you've had repeatedly in the past and it's gone away and you've talked to your doctor about it, it may be the same thing happening. But particularly if it's a new symptom you haven't had before, that indigestion, racing heart, chest pain, the other things we talked about, then speak up and get help, because failing to do so means it could turn into even a cardiac arrest, which is the most severe form when the heart stops beating altogether. And then the chances of survival after that are 1 in 10. So you really want to, get ahead of this.
If folks want to share this with their family and friends, what is the best place to send them online?
I would go to heart.org. That's the website for the American Heart Association. Lots of information about ways to reduce stress during the holidays, ways to maintain a healthy lifestyle. ways to manage your risk factors, what we call Life's Essential 8, the 8 key ways to maintain a heart-healthy lifestyle, all available at heart.org.
Of course, we have that information up for you. We'd like to keep it up there so that you can write it down. Just remember, it's super simple, heart.org. Very important information, and we appreciate the American Heart Association for sharing that with us.
And I doubt your family and friends would be bothered.
No, not at all.